Welcome to SnapNews.
Get started
Today,
by
we
typing
bring
your
you the
script
latest
and generating
most
your
important
video.
headlines.
Welcome
Target
to VidNaz.
faces 40-day boycott
Get
over
started by
DEI
typing your
rollback,
script
and the
and generating
timing
your
couldn't be
video.
worse.
Welcome
Roy
to
Ayers,
VidNaz.
iconic Everybody Loves
Get
the
started by
Sunshine
typing your
musician and
script
coffee
and generating
composer,
your video.
dies at 84. Target is bracing for a 40-day consumer boycott starting Wednesday, as backlash intensifies over its recent retreat from diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives. The boycott, spearheaded by prominent Atlanta area megachurch pastor Reverend Jamal Bryant, kicks off at the start of Lent, adding to the retailer's growing list of challenges in an already volatile economy. "We're asking people to divest from Target because they have turned their back on our community," Bryant told CNN in an interview, calling the company's actions a betrayal. A strategic shift sparks outrage. The controversy erupted on January 24th, shortly after Donald Trump returned to office, when Target announced significant changes to its DEI policies. The company eliminated hiring goals for minority employees, disbanded an executive committee focused on racial justice, and rebranded its strategy under the new name Belonging at the Bullseye. Target insists it remains committed to fostering a sense of belonging but acknowledges the need to stay in step with the evolving external landscape. The move aligns with a broader corporate trend. Several Fortune 500 companies have scaled back DEI efforts in response to conservative legal pressure, activist opposition, and the Trump administration's threats to investigate what it calls illegal DEI. But no company has faced as intense a backlash from DEI supporters as Target. Outrage has been swift, with online protests gaining momentum, and even and Lucy Dayton, daughters of one of Target's co-founders, publicly denouncing the decision as a betrayal. Why Target is facing more pressure than its competitors. Unlike Walmart, John Deere, or Tractor Supply, retailers with more conservative customer bases, Target has cultivated a progressive brand identity. The company emerged as a corporate leader in DEI after the 2020 murder of George Floyd in its home city of Minneapolis, and it has spent years positioning itself as an LGBTQ-friendly employer. That legacy has made its recent DEI retreat feel like an even sharper pivot, triggering widespread frustration among its core customers. "Black people spend upwards of $12 million a day," Bryant emphasized, "and so we would expect some loyalty, some decency, and some camaraderie." The boycott's ripple effect, and the fear of collateral damage. The boycott isn't just about Target, it's also raising concerns for Black-owned businesses that rely on the retailer for distribution. Melissa Butler, CEO of the Lip Bar, one of the largest Black-owned makeup brands carried by Target, took to TikTok to voice her disappointment over the DEI rollback. But she also cautioned that boycotting the store could unintentionally harm minority-owned brands. "We don't want these businesses to suffer or to be impacted negatively," Butler said. For now, Target has declined to comment on the boycott. A company spokesperson reiterated that it remains committed to inclusivity and continues to offer a diverse range of products, including those from Black and minority-owned businesses. Mounting challenges for Target. The timing of the boycott could hardly be worse. Target is already feeling the effects of a shifting economic landscape. Customer foot traffic at Target, Walmart, and Costco has dipped in recent weeks, but the decline has been most pronounced at Target, according to location tracking data from Placer.ai. Analysts caution that multiple factors, including weather and economic conditions, could be at play, but the data suggests a clear downturn following Target's DEI policy shift. The data shows a clear drop in traffic in late January into mid-February following the company's step back from DEI, Joseph Feldman, an analyst at Telsey Advisory Group, noted in a recent report to clients. Meanwhile, the company faces added pressure from tariffs and a slowdown in consumer spending. On Tuesday, Target reported a decline in February sales and projected a meager 1% growth for the year. Target CEO Brian Cornell also warned that Trump's newly imposed tariffs on Mexico could drive up prices on fresh produce as soon as this week. "We rely heavily on Mexican produce imports during the winter," Cornell told CNBC, noting that while Target would attempt to absorb some of the costs, the consumer will likely see price increases over the next couple of days. With a major boycott looming, economic headwinds mounting, and political tensions rising, Target finds itself navigating a storm unlike any it has faced before. Roy Ayers, the legendary jazz vibraphonist whose music became a cornerstone of jazz funk and neo-soul, has passed away at the age of 84. Known for his timeless hit Everybody Loves the Sunshine, Ayers' influence stretched far beyond jazz, shaping generations of artists across hip-hop, R&B, and beyond. In a statement shared with Variety, Ayers' family confirmed his passing, revealing that he died on March 4, 2025, in New York City after a prolonged illness. It is with great sadness that the family of legendary vibraphonist, composer, and producer Roy Ayers announces his passing. He was a highly influential figure and a sought-after collaborator in the music industry, the statement read. A trailblazer in jazz funk and beyond, Ayers was a true pioneer, seamlessly blending jazz, funk, and soul to craft a signature sound that resonated across decades. As a solo artist, he released dozens of albums, beginning with his 1963 debut West Coast Vibes, and reached new heights with his group Roy Ayers Ubiquity. Their 1976 hit Everybody Loves the Sunshine became an anthem of feel-good soul, boasting over 130 million streams on Spotify to date and covered by artists like D'Angelo, Jamie Cullum, and Robert Glasper. His groundbreaking work didn't stop at his own discography. Ayers' music was heavily sampled by icons such as Mary J. Blige, Common, Kanye West, and Tyler, the Creator. He also collaborated with legends like The Roots, Guru, Fela Kuti, and Rick James, further cementing his role as a musical visionary. A musical prodigy turned jazz luminary, born in Los Angeles in 1940, Ayers was immersed in music from an early age. Inspired by a performance from Lionel Hampton's big band at just 5 years old, he pursued music rigorously, taking piano lessons, singing in the church choir, and eventually mastering the vibraphone. At 17, he received his first vibraphone as a gift and later studied advanced music theory at Los Angeles City College. Ayers made his recording debut with saxophonist Curtis Amy in the early 1960s before signing with United Artists to release his first album. He later teamed with jazz flutist Herbie Mann, recording 3 albums for Atlantic Records before finding a long-term home at Polydor. In 1973, he showcased his composing talent by writing and producing the soundtrack for the blaxploitation classic Coffee, starring Pam Grier, a move that solidified his place in film music history. A lasting legacy in hip-hop and R&B, even as his solo career slowed, Ayers remained a dynamic force in music. He launched 2 record labels, Uno Melodic and Gold Mink Records, and released his final solo album Mahogany Vibe in 2004, featuring guest appearances from Betty Wright, Camila, and Erykah Badu. His influence only deepened with time. In 2015, Ayers appeared on Tyler, the Creator's track Find Your Wings and performed at the Rappers Camp Flog Gnaw Festival in 2017. His collaborations continued with Adrian Young and Ali Shaheed Muhammad on Roy Ayers' JID-002, a 2020 release under the Jazz is Dead series. Ayers' legacy lives on through the countless artists who have sampled his work, injecting his signature warm, melodic sound into hip-hop classics like Mary J. Blige's My Life, A Tribe Called Quest's Bonita Applebum, and Junior Mafia's Get Money. A musical innovator and a timeless influence, Roy Ayers' contributions to jazz, funk, and soul will continue to shape generations of artists to come. His sunshine will never fade. Broadway blockbuster Hamilton cancels 2026 performance at Kennedy Center. The hit Broadway musical Hamilton has decided to withdraw from its planned performances at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., in 2026, citing controversial leadership changes at the institution under President Donald Trump. Our show simply cannot, in good conscience, participate and be a part of this new culture being imposed on the Kennedy Center, producer Jeffrey Seller declared on Wednesday. Lin-Manuel Miranda's celebrated musical, featuring a unique hip-hop style to narrate the life of Alexander Hamilton, the first U.S. Treasury Secretary, has won the Tony Award for Best New Musical, the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, a Grammy, and the Edward M. Kennedy Prize for Drama inspired by American history. Miranda even received a MacArthur Foundation Genius Grant for his work. Cancelled due to political controversy, Hamilton previously performed at the Kennedy Center in 2018 during Trump's presidency and returned in 2022 under Joe Biden. The show was scheduled to run from March 3 to April 26, 2026, but those plans have now been scrapped. Tickets had yet to go on sale. We are not acting against his administration, but against the partisan policies of the Kennedy Center following his takeover, Seller said. These actions have brought a new spirit of division to the national treasure that is the Kennedy Center. A wave of artist boycotts. The Kennedy Center has been in turmoil since Trump removed its leadership and assumed the role of chairman of the Board of Trustees. This move is part of his broader campaign against what he terms woke culture. It's not just Hamilton distancing itself from the Kennedy Center. Several artists have also canceled their scheduled events, including actress Issa Rae, musician Rhiannon Giddens, author Louise Penny, and rock band Low Cut Connie. Meanwhile, singer-songwriter Victoria Clark proceeded with her February 15th performance but made a statement by wearing a t-shirt on stage that read Anti-Trump AF. Politics and theater, an ongoing clash. This isn't the first time Hamilton has taken a political stance. In 2016, the cast directly addressed Vice President-elect Mike Pence during a Broadway performance, urging the Trump administration to uphold our American values and work on behalf of all of us. The Kennedy Center, funded by both government support and private donations, serves as a vital cultural hub, drawing millions of visitors annually with its concert hall, opera house, theaters, lecture spaces, and the renowned Millennium Stage for free performances. Hamilton withdrawing from its 2026 run is more than just a scheduling change, it is a reflection of the growing tensions between the arts and politics in America.